Okay, most welcome everybody. You are here at the webinar of Kara-Tunga. We're going to teach you how to package Karamoja. But before we start, I would like to actually ask you to help yourself and put the settings. I'm going to ask Jono to help me with actually going to the slideshow. And then in the slideshow, because we're using Google Meet, it's not so advanced as Zoom, but you will like it also soon. Actually, at the bottom of your screen, you have three white dots, as you can see in the presentation. And if you can click on full screen, you can now really see the webinar slides and me as well. So I'll give you a few seconds to organize it. Yeah, I think it's easy. So go down to the triple dots, click on it, then eventually click on the full screen button. Then we can kickstart the webinar. Also, maybe something of the house rules, always good to know. We have muted everybody. You'll be able to unmute yourself, but we'll ask you not to unmute. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please leave all the questions you have in the chat room. At the right bottom of your screen, there's a small speech bubble. Click on it, and then you can leave the comments there. And then at the end of the session, we're going to actually answer all the questions and answer them as well. Yeah, I think before I kickstart, I'm just going to introduce a little bit of my team. I'm not here alone, even though it looks like I'm here in the Karamoja News Bulletin. So let me come here. Maria, also Christine, also Michael. This is a couple of our team members. I think in the home screen, you already saw more people. So you can see here on the other side. Maria, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm called Aleper Maria. I work as a tour guide and also a content creator in Kara-Tunga.
Nice. What about you, Lochero?
Hello, everyone. I am called Lochero Michael, and then I'm working as a tour guide, as head of the guides. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christine. I work as a travel consultant for Kara-Tunga Arts and Tours. I think most of you also met me during Poache, and you've ever met me. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, team. So just for you to know that you are not alone. Behind the scenes, we have Mr. Jono. Yes, Jono's helping us with the technical things. So let's get started, guys. So thank you so much. For the webinar, you'll only see me for this moment. And I'm really excited to see also people I've met in Addis Ababa with the ASA event, up to people from Poate, and even tour operators and agents we have not met in person in the last few weeks. Okay, let's get the presentation on. Okay, I don't have presentation. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, so let's go in. Before we kickstart, I would like to let people know who don't know actually Karamoja to go actually and explain a bit about it. Actually, for Uganda, the Uganda tourism package for many decades has always been relying on gorillas, wildlife, and other attractions. But recently, the trends in the tourism sector for all types of travelers is people are longing for more adventure, authentic culture experiences, and especially to go more off the beaten path. That's where Karamoja comes into place. Actually, Karamoja is a unique place, and you can see it on the red line. It's an itinerary package that many people add when you have a package of 21 days, a package when people have more interest actually in culture, or actually a package you can sell when people go for the second time to Uganda. The uniqueness of Karamoja is actually that more than 40% of the area surface is protected area. It's a wildlife reserve or it's a forest reserve, meaning the majority of the place is really beautiful and preserved. Something special as well is only 3% of the land surface, only 3% of the population lives in Karamoja, meaning it's a wide, vast landscape with a low population, so a lot of opportunities for adventure. Also, we have a lot of other things. We have endemic wildlife species here, and also species that are only seen in Karamoja for Uganda. For example, the cheetahs. And we also have 60% of the bird species of Uganda are actually harbored in the eastern part of the country, where from also the only endemic bird species. I will tell you more about it. So let's go and start the presentation. Who is Kara-Tunga? Kara-Tunga is a social enterprise. We are based and raised in Karamoja region. That also makes us so unique. We have everyday accountability to our communities around us, and we also have been born to see how we can improve the livelihoods of the communities using tourism as a tool to do that. So from our heart, because we are son of the soil, daughters of the soil, we are all aiming for sustainability, and we do this in a responsible way. We'll explain more about that later. Why would you travel with us? I think that's something I tried to explain a bit earlier, where many of the tour operators are based in Kampala or close to the airports. For us, we are based in the region, and that's why we can really take care of you clients very well. We have our own accommodation facilities, from safari lodges to eco camps, and we also have developed all activities we're going to share with you today by ourselves, meaning we know what we are doing very well. As well, you saw we have expert travel consultants who know the local language. As well, they also know the other language like English, so they can communicate with an international audience. I'm going to use actually something like a tool to help us actually go through the coming presentation in a more easy way. A couple of years ago, we developed the so-called Warrior Nomad Trail. Many people have been asking me, what is this Warrior Nomad Trail? The trail is actually a tool for you and for guests to use to get off the beaten path in Uganda, especially in the northeastern part of the country. You have cultural experiences, you have adventure tours going on, but especially a mix of all this to make sure the community benefits, but also your guests benefit from this unique experience. This Warrior Nomad Trail, we're offering the trail in different types of transportation. You can do it with the overland truck. We're going to launch this actually at the end of this presentation. We're going to do this by cycling. Of course, by vehicles. You can use land cruisers, vans, and also by motorbike.
Also hiking.
And hiking as well, yes. Yes. Thank you, team. So this is a brief itinerary of the Warrior Nomad Trail. You can see it's quite extensive. It's 16 days, but it's because it's a Uganda plus a very unique part of Kenya is added to the itinerary. I will share more about this. The first stopping point is actually after one of the highlights of Uganda, and that's Sipi Falls. Sipi Falls is in the eastern part of the country, after Jinja, the source of the Nile, and then you actually enter naturally in the landscape of the warrior nomads. Welcome to Karamoja. Pianupe is actually the first stopping point. Pianupe is so famous because it's the second largest protected area in the country after Murchison Falls National Park. What makes it so unique is that it has the only endemic bird species of the country called the fox's weaver. So many of the bird lovers love to go here. But you can imagine it's the largest, second largest protected area. So this massive landscape really gives people this unique feeling of adventure and wilderness. Also, giraffes are seen there, the roan antelope and cheetahs is one of the most common places to see the cheetahs in the country. Even Kara-Tunga is building actually an eco camp at the foot of the mountain, overlooking the vast landscapes. We are about to launch at the end of this year. We are happy to host your clients. One special thing is also Mount Kadam. It's my personal favorite mountain in the region because it's really unique. It's raw. It has a stunning landscape, and in the actually the armpits of the mountain, you'll not imagine that you can see a big rainforest. The next stop actually is after driving 2 hours to the north. You can see it on the map here. The blue dot is moving a little bit with my presentation. It's Amudat. Amudat is the land of the Pokot community. It's actually Kalenjin people by origin, also related to the people on Mount Elgon slopes. What makes it so unique from Amudat actually is the culture. You can see here we have here homestays where a toll, it is by accident a Dutch guy. It's difficult for him to enter the room, but that's what makes the unique experience. We also have a lot of culinary and medicinal experiences in this landscape. Like you can see here, that's really something fantastic to add to your package. Now we're going to go for something unique. I think this is something not many people know of. This is actually a part of the Warrior Nomad Trail that enters the northwestern part of Kenya. You can see here in a 3 hours drive through the beautiful landscape of the East African Rift, we're now going to West Pokot. In West Pokot, it's also one of my favorite parts because you can see how rich the culture is still preserved. People don't need to go back into the stores, remove the traditional attires. It's a living traditional culture. You can see here, Mama here, I'm really proud of her. She's fighting against female genital mutilation in the area, but she's doing this through advocacy, and the tourism benefits are helping her to move around in the community. After that, we're traveling a bit to the northern part of the northwestern county of Turkana in Kenya. It's actually the largest county of Kenya, imagine, and it's a unique landscape. In the middle of the county is a world's largest desert lake called Lake Turkana. It's a national park where you can see here in the middle of the desert, you have this beautiful palm beaches. You have a unique resort where we are working with, where the clients can have a mid-range to budget experience. And of course, the unique culture makes it really a must visit. You can see here, we have developed a small package. If your clients are traveling to the northeastern part of the country called Karamoja, and you come to Moroto, you can also add a 4-day, 3-day package from our guest house of a safari camp in Moroto to the lake and back again to the safari camp. This can be something we can share with you afterwards and easy to add to your itineraries. Now, after leaving the lake, going through the beautiful desert landscape of Turkana, we're going back into Uganda. So something you need to be aware of, your clients need an East African visa. Something we can help you with the border crossings. Our guides are really experienced, but we can also share with you the route files, and you can go by yourself, and we will support you in doing the groundwork in the area. So we're back into Moroto, and you can see it's a different landscape. You went from the desert, from the big lake, you climb up the escarpment of the East African Rift, you're now in the lush mountains of Moroto. In Moroto actually is for Kara-Tunga, a place where we started, and there's a lot of activities we can do from here. People can be accommodated for up to 3 nights, as long as they have interest in doing a lot of community experiences. We have here a mining experience. Many of the community members are dealing actually with gold mining, and it's an artisanal job. So people really go look for the gold, for example, in the riverbeds, and the tourists can join and see how they can pan the gold. It's a unique experience, and many of the tourists go away with, wow, I did not know I will ever see gold in my life. We also have here a village bike tour, so people really experience cycling on our big metal bikes. We have a cattle auction. It's a fantastic moment to actually interact with the local community and buy your craft in a natural way. Of course, our cultural tours are also based in Moroto. We have a community that's been part and person of the development of tourism in the region, and they have, I think, one of the best culture experiences I've ever seen here. Besides Mau Moroto, I think that's why I say Moroto is really like an adventure and cultural hub for the region, and really a must-stay for 2 or 3 nights. Mau Moroto offers you opportunity to hike for 3 hours nature walks, half-day hikes, up to 3 days being on a mountain, and hiking all the big peaks we have here. After that, we're driving slowly to the northern part of the region. You left the foothills of Mount Moroto, the highest mountain in the region, counting 3,094 meters high. We counted ourselves because the meters online were not looking valid. But the moment you travel up, you actually go through the Mathaniko-Bokora Wildlife Reserve. Many of the tourists and tour companies skip this area because I think they don't know what they can do. But actually, Mathaniko-Bokora Wildlife Reserve has a lot of hidden gems. One of the important things you can see on the right top of the screen is a walking safari. Mathaniko Reserve, the part of the reserve on the eastern side of the region, harbors the origin actually of the Karamojong in the region. It's called Nakadanya. From Nakadanya, the Karamojong actually settled as last before they separated and spread themselves throughout the region. On a walking safari of 4 days, we take you actually from the outside of the reserve, passing unique rock paintings of the pastoral communities up to the sacred place of the Karamojong, one of the unique things to do. But also there's a big community of cattle herders within the reserve. It's a unique combination, of course, of people and nature. And it's something you should visit. Now we go up for 1 hour drive from Mathaniko-Bokora Wildlife Reserve. We drive to Cortido. Cortido is known for East Africa's largest traditional village. If you can see on the slide here, thousands of people are living still in traditional setting, something you cannot see anywhere else in East Africa. The community is known for their scarification customs, something, of course, for beautifying their bodies, but also the traditional way of how they built the villages, and also the cultural beliefs they have in the village are something you should stop over for at least a couple of hours on the way to the northern parts. Now we come in one of our favorite places. I think this is called Ik County, and this is a place where one of the smallest indigenous minority groups in Uganda live. I think many people of you know the Batwa community living in the southwest, close to Bwindi, Kisoro, and Kabale. But for us, we also have a community living on the exactly other part of the country, in the northeastern corner of South Sudan and Kenya. This community is so unique because they have the traditional language they have not lost. And also the way they live is very unique for this community. Us as Kara-Tunga, we also value them so much. And we built actually 2 eco camps in the area to make sure people can enjoy the landscape that's really on top of the East African Rift, as well as the unique culture of the community. And you can see we do here nature walks, we have honey making projects with the community, village tours, and of course, unique cultural dances. I'm sure you're thinking all these cultural dances. I think after one dance, we've seen enough of dances in Karamoja. Every dance is different, and every dance will surprise you how they look like. After that, we travel only for 1 hour more to the closer to Kidepo Valley National Park. I think many of you know have heard of Kidepo Valley National Park. This is one of the award-winning parks in Uganda, and even has been ranked as one of the top 3 safari parks in Africa by CNN. The reason is because it's so scenic. So the moment you come actually to Morungle is the biggest mountain bordering the community and Kidepo Valley National Park. On a hike of only 3 hours up and 2 hours down, that's on average, the guests are able to climb the mountain through the community lands of the Ik and the Karamoja community living at the slopes and see the park from on top. This is really a unique experience for clients, especially before they enter the park, because then they can really see, wow, this park is really truly one of the wildernesses of Africa. So you can see here we have traditional healing experiences with those communities. We have developed these hiking tours and also culinary experiences. Then, of course, we finally have entered Kidepo Valley National Park, of course, the crown jewel of the Karamoja region. And this, for many of the tour operators, one of the things they have been selling for long. And we are trying to bridge between the southern Jinja and Sipi Falls up to Kidepo and make you stop in more locations and make also the communities along the trail benefit from tourism. That's the good reason for the Warrior Noma trail we've been following. So in Kidepo Valley National Park, we are actually at the moment building an eco lodge. And we are really proud of this. We found land at actually the highest foothill of the mountain on the southern side, overlooking the entire park into South Sudan. The lodge, the moment we know the dates of opening, we'll share with you, but it's going to be a real blend of a traditional setting and also a modern touch. In this area, we actually recently have been launching during the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo that took place 2 weeks ago. We launched a couple of new experiences we developed with the community so they can also benefit from tourism in the area. We have done a day in the life of a wildlife scouts experience. We have new hiking tours in Kidepo that are not as far as Morungule. And we have developed more cultural groups actually that can accommodate your guests in the park, but also outside the park in the communities. And something that's really nice, the Acholi community, these are the ones boarding on the western side. We developed a full one-day experience also with them that can really diversify your products of Kidepo Valley. So something really unique we would like to share with you is that this year, the annual Karamoja Cultural Festival is going to take place at the borders of Kidepo Valley National Park. It's going to take place in the second week of September. And as Kara-Tunga, we have developed actually a tour package where we are happy for you to sell some seats on, or we can help you also to package to make sure that not only our local community comes to the festival, but also your guests can enjoy these colorful festivities of our community. So I'm sure you'll all be thinking, wow, man, Theo, you've been talking so much. I'm really interested about all these experiences, but how do I put them together in my itineraries? And that's, of course, how we're going to help you today. We've developed a couple of itineraries for you. We're going to send them to all of you after this webinar. So you can sit down with your tour consultant, or you can book also some time with Christine here to see how you can blend your package together with these itineraries and make really you stand out from the crowd by selling Uganda as a must-visit destination. One of the itineraries, for example, is an itinerary based on hiking in the east. An example is here. If clients are really interested in hiking, but they don't have so much time. We developed a package and we have tested a couple of times whereby they fly from Entebbe all the way to Kidepo, and now they come down with a vehicle. They stay in Kidepo Valley National Park. They go for a safari walk because they properly like walking and hiking. After that, they hike actually Mount Kadam, one of the beautiful mountains I told you earlier about, and they also hike the summit of Mount Elgon before they set off to Jinja. This can really be a unique package for your clients. Another package, I think many of the Ugandan tour operators who are on the call, they've heard about. It's the legendary Tour of Karamoja cycling event. It takes place every year in the last week of October, and it's an event that follows the entire Warrior Nomad Trail, but on a bicycle. It's fully supported. Clients will have the opportunity to rent a bike. They need to have a minimum fitness level, but then they will have a blend of being on the bicycle, challenging yourself in fitness-wise, but also having a unique experience of the landscape by taking the trails less traveled. And this is something I think for, I saw that some German tour operators also entered the call. Really happy about that. I know birding is a big thing also in your country. We developed a special Eastern Uganda birding package. This one will touch all the unique sites where you can see the species in the east. It comes all the way from the shoebill in Entebbe, all the way up to Kidepo Valley National Park, of course, including Uganda's only endemic bird species, the fox's weaver. Something unique about Karamoja and the eastern part of the country in terms of birding is that many of the species found in northern Kenya, actually they migrate to Uganda as well because of the climate and vegetation and go back again. So in many moments, actually, when you're traveling, we can share with you what are the best time to travel. You'll be able to see many species you normally find in Kenya, also in Uganda, a must do. So that's going to be it. I think we try to make this as short and inspirational as possible. That was the purpose for us from this webinar, to inspire you and your team of your company to add Karamoja and even Northwestern Kenya to your packages and stand out from your other tour operators who are selling the regular Southwestern packages. You can always call us. These are our contact details, but we also will share with you an email with all the packages in the download link, explanations you can put even on your website, including also the contact details of our travel consultants. Yeah, so now I'm open actually for a Q&A. I hope you all left some questions. I cannot see them. I'm looking at my team also around me. Yeah, feel free.
You can also talk about still.
Yeah. I think something rightfully added also by Jono here is besides, of course, our tourism, as Kara-Tunga, we don't only do tourism. We noticed that our purpose is really to improve life of our communities in the region. And one of the things we've been trying to do is develop products together with them that they can sell. One of the products you can see here is a honey product. I think many of the people went to Puate Expo, they saw the honey. And this honey is made together with the community. You can see here the design of the beads is made by the women in the communities. The honey is collected from the local communities, and the profits are also shared. So the more we sell, the more also goes back to the community, and we ensure they also get the premium price for the honey they're producing. But besides that, we also do a lot in reforestation work. So in many of the areas we are stopping, actually, we're working with the community to protect, to even do research in the biodiversity in those areas, but also to work on reforestation of the areas we're working in. Not only in the protected area, but also in the community lands. Yeah.
Just people that can raise hands if they have questions.
So the stage is open. Please raise your hand and ask a question. You are most welcome.
Martha raised her hand.
Okay, Martha, please unmute yourself and ask your question. You can also unmute her.
Yeah.
Hi, Theo. How are you? Hi, Theo. How are you?
I'm good, Martha. How are you doing?
I'm very fine. Thank you for the presentation. Mine was a question more in the beginning because I thought the presentation had started and I wasn't hearing any audio. But just to piggyback off of that, I just want to say thank you for that presentation, and we hope to be able to, after we receive some of the packages that you do have to sell, the new packaging, we hope to be able to sell Karamoja together as a whole, and also to continuously grow our business in our partnership. Yeah.
Great, Martha. Thank you so much for joining. Martha, maybe you can also share which company you're representing.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I represent Alakara Travel, and I think my my boss should be on as well. Yeah.
Okay, great. Super. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Octavian Medea. Octavian?
Hello, Octavian.
Yeah, I think he is on soon. He has to unmute himself.
Hello.
Is that? Yeah.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for the presentation. It was very interesting and a bit too short to my. I would like to see much more and discover much more about that part of Uganda and of Eastern Africa. One question, I'm from Austral Travels in Spain, and we do photographic safaris mostly on wildlife, but also cultural. For Kidepo Valley, how many days would you budget in order to have, the best experience? So we are always struggling. On one hand, we cannot allow too many days, and on the other hand, we want to explore as much as possible. Thank you.
Yeah, great, Octavian. Thank you so much. I recognize you also from our previous meeting. Thank you for joining. I think for Kidepo, it also really depends, of course, on your full Uganda itinerary. But if you're able to package 3 nights in Kidepo, you'll get the fullest out of it, especially considering usually people have traveled for a long distance. If they have a more adventurous itinerary, they might already have had many experiences, maybe in different locations. And this can be a moment for them to be put in one location and really enjoy the cultural parts. You can see we have a lot of activities around the park, but also, of course, photography within the park. Kidepo Valley actually has 2 big valleys, and they need at least 2 days to be explored. One valley is actually the Kidepo Valley, whereby you see different species if you go then to the other valley. So the moment you have more time, you can give the clients really the opportunity to make the best photos. So 3 nights, I think, is really a good minimum for Kidepo Valley. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yvonne.
Hey, Yvonne, please unmute yourself.
Yvonne.
Hello, Yvonne. Maybe you can unmute. Yes.
Hi, Theo. Is it working now?
Very well.
Okay. Yeah. Finally, I made it to your presentation after we didn't
Yeah,
talk so
thank
long. Yeah. First of all, I must say I'm very impressed what you are doing, or your whole team. This is the new way of marketing, and we should all adapt it. So thank you so much for this presentation. But as the speaker before, I would have loved to see even more because it was very short and what. But if you can send us all the packages and some nice photos, then we can include it on social media and even the website. Because I really try to support you. Even when we travel for road shows, I always put Karamoja extra as well. And because many people have seen the West now they want to come back for the Northeast. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Yvonne. Great. I think I'm happy you also are confirming that Karamoja is really fantastic for a second visit and to get clients more often to the same destination. Actually, we have finished our packages. We even developed a Word document where every activity is explained with at least a linea or 2, the duration, the difficulty levels, the photos, and even a link to the website that can help you really package on your own website, but also to market at Expo. So all these things are going to be sent to you after this meeting.
Hilda Namara.
Hello, Hilda. Most welcome. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello, Hilda. How are you?
I'm okay, Theo. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm calling from, actually, I'm from Barara, but I would love to sell Karamoja so much. And even Christy knows it, everyone knows it. I've ever been there. So I think you've replied my question, since we are going to share everything so that we are able to put them on our websites. Actually, I'm looking forward to that. I'd really love to package it well. I have some packages, but I would maybe compare and see what you're bringing on board and what I have, so that I package them very well. Thank you so much.
Wow. Fantastic, Hilda. Thank you so much. I like also your photo. We are all loving our cows. But yeah, we will share all the information, and also feel free to book a few minutes with Christine. We're gonna share you a link. You can maybe have a half an hour talk with Christine to go maybe more in depth about some subjects to really help you package it very well. Okay.
I also see like via maybe
Yeah.
Harriet Intege.
Okay, Miss Harriet, please unmute yourself.
A moment.
Yeah.
She can unmute herself now.
Okay, please unmute Harriet. Most welcome.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, Theo. Hi, group team.
Hello.
Harriet Intege here from SITA Tourism. We've met before.
Yeah.
I am just wondering when are we having the next farm trip?
Very good one.
I want to sell something that I've experienced. You know that, Theo.
Good question, Harriet.
Yeah.
I can answer this one. Actually, in September, we are planning a fam trip with the overland truck. So we're gonna actually travel the entire Warrior Trail from Uganda up to northern Kenya and back to Kidepo in September. We'll share a bit more information after this webinar as well. But we're first going to finish that one. That will be a different webinar we're going to organize.
Thank you so much, Theo. It has been a super presentation. Beautiful, but we needed more information. We needed to hear more because there are so many. There's a lot in Karamoja from what I see. So yeah, looking forward to September.
Thank you, Harriet. Yeah, thank you so much. Even for us, we are a bit fearing the time period we booked for this because every stop you saw can be a 15 minutes presentation. But I'm happy that you are interested in having a bit more time, so we can maybe plan for that one also later. That's a good idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Harriet. See you soon.
See you.
We talk about possibilities for like via, so like offline resellers or something like that. Okay, then no more hands.
Okay.
No more raised hands.
So fantastic. Thanks everybody for joining. It was a bit nervous for me our first time, but we made it. I think we're gonna listen also to your comments that we can plan maybe for a more longer session so we can really share from stop to stop which bat species are there, why they're so special, which communities, what are the experience about, how long do you travel, and maybe we can really extract some more information on the Warrior Trail after even sending the packages. So that's something I think me and my team are going to take up. And besides that, I'm really happy that you guys all signed up and took some time of your important days to sit here with me and our team. And we hope to see you soon in Karamoja. Like we say here, ala Karanoi, Ekianyun.